Okay, and we should be looking at a train on the tracks. Are we? Okay. So you'll notice that the train had this green front, it has a blue top, and then it has this orange side. If you remember from a couple of days ago, I took apart and I said, okay, here's the blue top, the green front, and the red on the side. So when we look at the right side view, we're seeing the red. If we look at the front view, we're seeing the green, and if we looked at the top, all right, we're seeing the blue. And because circular things show up kind of funky, you say, oh, so now we're seeing it. So once your assembly is all together, we can add motors to it, and cause motion. All right, so there are pieces here where we say, I want a rotational motor, I want a linear motor, I'm going to simulate it. And, so you can essentially build this. And one of the interesting things is once you get to this point, you could say, I want to go do some fancy stuff. So when we describe motion, we can analyze the motion, and then we can go in here. And now we are in a, what we call the explosion, the ERA. So basically it's, things like that. And we can go into the animation editor, and I pre-programmed an animation. And let's just adjust this. Can you see this animation window? Just making sure, because things disappeared yesterday. So we can basically drive that train down, and the train knows it's on a track, and we've already told it how to behave, but it doesn't know that it's run out of track. So it's like, okay, so it drove out of the window. So I'll send it back. And one of the nice things we can do down here in this animation is we could say, maybe it needs to stop about there. And then I can retry it. And hopefully it doesn't drive off the end. Good. And if I right click on it, I send it back. You can reverse direction. We can add frames afterwards. You can mirror the motion so it goes down and comes back. Once you get there, then you can establish where your cameras are around it. And again, you can record these animations. So, if you're putting something together and you want to do an exploded assembly, we can, watch the thing coming apart, or we can do a short video on this piece first, this piece second, this piece third. So we can do all kinds of wonderful things with this. So, so the assembly constraints start on page 629, and then they go from the assembly to the animation to exploded assemblies and things like that. So that whole section is all about how you do some, really interesting things with this. So I'm going to close the ERA.